The Maury Island Mystery, UFO encounter or hoax? Step into the shadowy and compelling world of one of America's most mysterious UFO incidents, the Maury Island Encounter. This story has everything: strange flying crafts, falling debris, secret military investigations, and even the ominous appearance of a mysterious man in black. But behind this tale, one lingering question remains. Was this a genuine UFO encounter or an elaborate hoax that spiraled out of control? Today, we'll dive deep into the story, exploring every twist and turn. And by the end, you'll decide what you truly believe. The year is 1947. It's the summer of flying saucers. Just weeks before the infamous Roswell crash, fascination with unidentified flying objects is gripping the imagination of post-World War II America. The tension of newfound technology, the rise of the Cold War, and whispers of government secrets are fueling stories of strange craft in the skies. Against this backdrop, a story emerged from the quiet waters of Puget Sound in Washington. A story that would bewilder UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike. In the middle of this narrative is Harold Dahl, a seemingly ordinary harbor patrolman tasked with navigating the peaceful shores of Maury Island. But on one fateful day, what began as a routine patrol with his crew turned into an encounter that would forever change his life and UFO folklore. According to Dahl, on June 21, 1947, he and his crew saw something extraordinary. While inspecting floating debris near Maury Island, they noticed 6 metallic, donut-shaped objects hovering in the sky. These strange crafts moved in ways no known aircraft could, casting eerie shadows over the water. Suddenly, one of the objects began sputtering, expelling a cloud of dark smoke before dropping hot, molten debris directly into the water and onto Dahl's boat. This falling material caused chaos. Dahl claimed it damaged his vessel and injured one of his crew members. Tragically, his dog wasn't so fortunate, reportedly killed by the falling debris. Stunned and terrified, Dahl and his crew could do nothing but watch as the otherworldly crafts vanished into the skies. He was left with a story that few would believe, and some dangerous evidence in the form of the molten fragments. Dahl didn't immediately report what he experienced, fearing ridicule. However, his superior, Fred Krisman, became involved and grew equally intrigued by the strange debris left behind. When news of the encounter started spreading, it wasn't long before curiosity turned to controversy. Locals were divided. Some believed Dahl's harrowing tale, while others dismissed it as a fabrication. For those inclined to believe, this event marked one of the earliest credible UFO sightings. For skeptics, however, it was the kind of story that could be easily spun for personal gain. And yet the strangeness of what came next would take this story to another level. The turning point in this tale occurred when the military reportedly stepped in. Shortly after the incident, Captain William Davidson and First Lieutenant Frank Brown, 2 intelligence officers from the Army, traveled to Tacoma to investigate the claims. They interviewed Dahl and Krisman, inspecting the strange debris they'd collected. But then, something unexpected and tragic happened. After collecting the material, the officers departed in a B-25 bomber bound for California. Mere hours later, the plane went down in a fiery crash, killing both Davidson and Brown. UFO enthusiasts view this incident as no coincidence, raising questions about a possible cover-up or sabotage. Did these intelligence officers uncover something too dangerous to reveal? Or was this simply a tragic accident? It's one of the enduring mysteries of the Maury Island incident, a question that deepened the intrigue surrounding the story. Here's where the plot thickens. According to Dahl, shortly after his encounter, a figure dressed all in black approached him. This stranger warned him to remain silent about what he saw that day. He reportedly spoke with a calm yet menacing demeanor, hinting at dire consequences if Dahl decided to speak out. This alleged visitation marked one of the earliest appearances of a man in black in UFO lore. Over time, such figures would become a hallmark of conspiracy theories surrounding extraterrestrial encounters. Was this stranger a government agent sent to contain classified information? Or, as some UFO enthusiasts believe, was he part of an extraterrestrial presence seeking to control the narrative? The truth remains elusive. As the story gained national attention, the gaps and unanswered questions widened. Believers pointed to the molten debris and the testimony of both Dahl and Crisman as key pieces of evidence supporting the extraterrestrial explanation. They also highlighted the military's involvement and the untimely deaths of Davidson and Brown as signs of a dangerous cover-up. On the other hand, skeptics had plenty of ammunition too. Some suggested Dahl fabricated the story to attract publicity or financial gain. Others argued the debris could have been industrial waste or slag, mistakenly tied to an otherworldly phenomenon. Still, some raised the possibility that the incident might be linked to secret military experiments involving flying technologies. After all, the explosion and debris could point to man-made origins. And then there's the question of Dahl and Crisman's credibility. As the story unraveled, inconsistencies in Dahl's account began to surface, fueling doubts about whether the entire encounter was a well-planned hoax. Perhaps the most polarizing theories even suggest the government may have encouraged the hoax narrative to discredit the story. A deliberate attempt to muddy the waters. Regardless of where you stand, the Maury Island incident occupies an important place in UFO history. This was one of the earliest stories to introduce the eerie trope of government involvement and mysterious agents, themes that have influenced decades of UFO research and popular culture. Movies, books, and even the heart of the Men in Black mythology owe a nod to this obscure yet electrifying tale. The incident also helped pave the way for Roswell and countless other UFO sightings that would capture imaginations for generations. It served as a spark for debates between believers and skeptics, catapulting UFO phenomena from folklore to a topic of international interest. But how credible was Harold Dahl, really? Let's scrutinize the man at the story's center. When pressed for details in the years following the incident, Dahl began to retract some statements, claiming he'd fabricated parts of the story. Was he pressured to backpedal, or was it a confession of guilt? Even today, no definitive conclusions have been reached about his claims. Modern analyses of the debris have raised additional questions. Some scientists believe the material could easily have been slag from industrial plants common in the area. Others argue that Dahl's vivid descriptions of the craft and falling debris were inconsistent with his later statements. As for the supposed plane crash cover-up, most experts conclude the crash was an unfortunate accident. But for UFO enthusiasts, the timing remains suspicious. So, what do we make of this tangled, enigmatic story? Was it a genuine UFO encounter suppressed by forces beyond our understanding? Or was it an elaborate hoax fueled by one man's desire for attention? Perhaps a mix of both, an encounter amplified by imagination and circumstance? The Maury Island incident leaves us with more questions than answers, which might just be why it remains so compelling. As the sun sets over Puget Sound, the events of that summer day linger like ghosts in the mist. Questions about strange crafts, secret cover-ups, and mysterious figures in black continue to fuel debates among UFO enthusiasts to this day. What do you think? Was this the dawn of the modern UFO phenomenon, or just another tall tale? Let us know your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Because sometimes the truth really is out there,